Nothing is more important in the world today than stopping the spread of the coronavirus. And I may know how to do that. Just last week, the San Clemente Times newspaper wrote this article about my approach, and I want to share it with you in this video. I'm the author of a book titled Never Get Another Cold. And this book details my outline for how I've helped people to prevent colds and the flu, and I've been doing this for more than 16 years. Gene Stone, who is the author of the book that accompanies the extremely successful documentary Forks Over Knives, Gene wrote this book, The Secrets of People Who Never Get Sick. And Gene wrote an entire chapter in this book about me. Now that should indicate that I might know a little bit more than the average person about how to stay healthy. The way that I got my information was by interviewing people who never get sick, who never get the flu. Watch this testimonial. Well, Lucia, how old are you?
I'm 60 years old.
You're 60 years old. How long has it been since you've had a cold?
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years. How long has it been since you've had the flu?
That has been 55 years.
Okay, let me get this straight. You haven't had the flu in 55 years in a row.
That's right.
Okay. How many of those years did you have a flu shot?
Only 2 years. They didn't really have flu shots that I recollect, and I had them twice, and actually I don't know why, because I never get the flu.
Okay, so 55 years in a row, you made it through flu season and you didn't get sick. To what would you attribute your tremendous track record of great health?
I attribute that directly to the diet as outlined in your book, Never Get Another Cold. I eat just exactly like that.
Hey, I'm Mike Finnerty. I'm 46 years old, live in Orange County, California, originally born in Ireland. Never had a flu ever that I remember of. Cold, very rare, and I've never been held up for more than a day and never actually been bedridden with any type of illness. The cold may be slight sneezing or something like that, but it's never held me up. My diet is exactly the diet that Thomas has in his book, and it has been my diet all my life. And I attribute that to the success of my health, I guess.
Well, Rosanna, you've been following the NGAC, that's short for Never Get Another Cold diet now for quite some time. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what this diet has done for your health?
Well, I'm a school teacher, and in my 11-year career as a teacher, every year I've gotten sick or I've gotten the flu. Last year I started the NGAC diet, and since I've done that, I have not gotten sick and I haven't gotten the flu. And in that time, we even had 2 rounds of flu run through our school. I had kids coming up hugging me, so I thought for sure I was definitely gonna get the flu, and I just didn't. I didn't get sick at all. And even come to mention it, in the past years when I did get sick, there was times I had a flu shot, and I got sick anyway. So I was really amazed that this past year I didn't get the flu at all.
So let me get this straight. So in your 11-year history as a teacher, every single year you would get sick, sometimes more than once.
Yeah, sometimes more than once.
With colds or with the flu. And last season, before flu season hit, you started the NGAC diet, and that was the first time in your history that you didn't get sick.
Yeah, I would say that's the very first time.
But that's not the end of the story, is it?
No.
That was last year, and this is yet a new flu season, and we're quite a ways into it. Well, tell me about this season.
Well, this year, I still haven't gotten sick at all. I've still been following the diet. I can tell the flu season's in because I've had teacher friends calling me. They're sick. They're not going into work. I've had to translate for teachers for conferences. They haven't come in because they got the flu. Family members have been sick. The students have been sick. And here I am, and I haven't been sick, and I don't have the flu. So I really attribute that to the NGAC diet.
Now at this point, I'm guessing you're probably all wondering, what on earth are these people doing? Well, in my book, I go into more detail, but the number one thing that seems to really stop the flu in its tracks, that's all previous strains of the flu, and that would be getting sugar out of your diet. The International Diabetes Federation recently published a statement that said the coronavirus may thrive in an environment of elevated blood glucose. Translation, this virus may like sugar. And that's exactly what I've found to be true with all the other strains of the flu that we've had up until now. Lucia and Mike, the people in the testimonial that haven't had the flu, that never get it. That's one of the common threads that they told me about. They don't eat sugar. They don't eat things that have a lot of sugar in it. They don't eat things that convert to sugar after you eat it, like pizza, pasta, white rice, basically refined carbohydrates. And so they've, over a lifetime, created dietary habits that don't spike their blood sugar, so they don't get sick. Now, Rosanna had a typical American diet before she started my approach, and my approach is to eliminate things in your diet. This is part of it. To eliminate things in your diet that spike your blood glucose levels. So she did that. She got rid of all the sugars and the things that would make that happen, and she immediately stopped getting sick. Now, Rosanna was actually part of a case study that I conducted where I got 6 of the sickest people I knew to agree to try this simple dietary approach for 2 years. And as a whole, the group had experienced 27 cold and flu episodes in the previous year. In the 2 years of the study, only one person got a cold once. That translates to a 98% decrease in the number of cold and flu episodes. So now you've got people that never get the flu, and the primary thing they're doing is not eating things that cause their blood glucose levels to spike. Then you've got people that used to eat all the junk food and sweets and everything that cut it out of their diet so that their blood glucose doesn't spike, and they stop getting sick. I wanted to try this one more way. So I used myself as a guinea pig. I hadn't been sick in a long time, so after starting the diet that I found out about from the people who never get sick, which for me meant cutting out sugar out of my diet. So I hadn't been sick in a long time, so I tried the unthinkable. I went to Naples Pizza at downtown Disney, and I had a personal pizza, which is loaded with, pizza dough, which is going to cause my blood sugar to spike off the charts. We did this on a Sunday. By Monday, I felt kind of under the weather. By Tuesday, I had full-blown cold and flu symptoms. Sore throat, laryngitis, coughing, the whole thing. And I was toast for about three weeks. So I waited somewhere around a month till my health was absolutely perfect again. And just to make absolutely certain what the cause was, I did it again. On a Sunday, we went down to Naples Pizza. I ordered a personal pizza. And sure enough, by Monday, I felt really under the weather. By Tuesday, I was even sicker than before. And so what I deduce from this is that these viruses, they seem to be able to stay in a dormant state inside your body for a long time. But they're dormant. They can't do anything. They don't make you sick until you spike your blood sugar. And then all of a sudden, once they gain a foothold, you're going to get sick. And that's all there is to it. And so I've tested this 3 ways. And that was, like 15 or 16 years ago. I've been doing this for the last 16 years. And over and over and over again, I've seen the same pattern. If people just eliminate the things from their diet that causes their blood sugar to spike, they immediately stop getting sick. And I also recommend drinking 2 liters of really nice quality water, ideally high alkaline water. And I happen to be vegan, so I don't eat meat, but for those of you who do, if you limit your meat consumption to where however many ounces of meat you eat, you balance that by eating 4 times the amount by weight of a green vegetable. So if you eat a 4-ounce steak, you're going to basically eat a pound of broccoli to balance it, which basically means limit your meat consumption. But people that do this, they just basically have great health. And I'm really hopeful that this will be the case for the coronavirus. But the solution is so simple, I don't think anyone's going to believe it. They're just not going to believe we could stop this thing this easily. And plus, a lot of you watching this are thoroughly addicted to your sugary foods. It's going to be really hard for you to give them up. And I understand this, which is why I want to do a case study. This is my coronavirus prevention plan. Group 1 are people that are going to agree to just eliminate anything that has to do with sugar in their diet. So energy drinks, energy bars, soft drinks, candy, cake, dessert, all that stuff. Honey. Okay. Group 2 is going to do everything Group 1's doing, but on top of that, they're going to eliminate things from their diet that convert to sugar after consumption, which means refined carbohydrates like pizza, pasta, white rice, hamburgers, stuff like that. Group 3 are going to do everything that Group 2 does, but they're going to add to that drinking 2 liters of high alkaline water every day and making water the only beverage they drink. And they're going to agree to limit their meat consumption and balance however much meat they eat with 4 times the amount of green vegetables. Now, the reason I have 3 groups is because I know that a lot of you simply won't be able to give up the sugary foods you love. At least not right away, not until you have conclusive proof that these dietary changes will make a real difference in your life. That's why I'm going to publish the stats on my website, and I'm going to try to update them on a daily basis so you can simply see. And I'm hoping that it's going to become really obvious that the people in, like say Group 3, for example, are going to have remarkable health, and hopefully they won't be getting sick compared to the general population. So I would ask you to volunteer for Group 1, Group 2, or Group 3. And once you decide to do this, the first thing I want you to do is try your group diet for 1 week. And when you've been perfectly healthy for a week, you don't have any symptoms and any disease at all, shoot me an email to healthy@appellvoicestudio.com. Then I want you to take your phone or your camera and just shoot a simple little YouTube video. And in that video, just, say your name and say you decide to join the Appell coronavirus prevention plan, and you're starting it today, and name the date. That's all there is to it. And then in the title for the YouTube video, just put Appell coronavirus prevention plan and then your group number. If you get sick, I want you to send me an email to sick@appellvoicestudio.com and then publish another YouTube video that says Appell coronavirus prevention plan, your group, and then after that, I got sick with coronavirus. And then in this video, I want you to outline, detail as accurately as you can remember what foods you ate the 48 hours prior to noticing your first symptom. and also include that in an email that you send to me. We want to know if what you ate had something to do with making your body a host for this thing so that it can thrive. Now, by myself, I can't do this. No one's going to believe me. I've reached out to President Trump, senators, and some very important people, and the response basically is, show me some proof. And so, if enough of you get on the bandwagon here, I think we can get the attention of the people that can really implement this on a worldwide scale. So this is your chance to kind of become a superhero and help save the world, because your video is going to be proof that this thing works. Now, I can't say for sure that this will work for the coronavirus, but I'm hopeful and confident that it will. But that's the whole purpose of this test. We're going to try to get enough numbers in, enough people to do this, so it becomes obvious. So this is your chance to be a part of the solution. Now, as a special thank you for joining a group, I'm going to send you a free copy of my book, Never Get Another Cold. I'm hoping to send out hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of books for free, and I'm happy to do that. If this will help make a difference, if this will help slow down the spread of this virus or stop it, I'm all in. And I hope you are too. Now, if you've contracted the coronavirus but weren't a part of the study, I'd still like to connect. Go ahead and upload a YouTube video and detail exactly what you ate in the 48 hours prior to noticing your first symptom. Title your video, Appell Coronavirus Prevention Plan, I contracted COVID-19, but I wasn't a part of the plan. And then shoot me an email to sick@appellvoicestudio.com. I'll be happy to send you a free copy of my book, Never Get Another Cold. And this information is critically important. We want to hear from you. The knowledge you share may just save someone's life.
Since Halloween, or I guess between Halloween and the end of the year, in that time period, everybody in the office area that I work in has caught a cold or a virus or both. Everybody's caught something, with the exception of me. I've not caught anything. Also, in my family, each of my kids has caught a cold, sometime between Halloween and Christmas. And usually, when my kids catch a cold, then they pass it on to my wife and myself. This year, my wife did catch the cold after the kids caught it, but I didn't catch it. And I've been cold-free, completely healthy, no sickness, no nothing. And I attribute that to following this diet plan that you recommended in your book, How to Never Get Another Cold. And I started doing that a few months back. I've been 100% healthy, ready to roll all the time. And it's been great. Usually once a year, I'll catch a cold. And typically I'll catch a cold around this time when everybody else seems to get a cold. And really in particular, when my kids catch a cold, most of the time when it's around this Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's time, I'll catch a cold from my kids. But this year it hasn't happened. And I haven't had a hint of anything. No scratchy throat, there's been no instances where I thought I was catching a cold and it went away. My immune system seems to be rock solid, and I attribute it to this diet that I'm following. Seems to have made a big difference, and I appreciate it.